Hi you guys, it's Crystal from K-Hip-Hop Discussions. As the name suggests, usually I discuss Korean hip-hop, but tonight since it's Halloween, I'm going to discuss horror movies because horror was my first love. So let's talk about some recommendations I have. They're not all Korean and there's not that many of them. I'm actually celebrating Samhain this year, so I'm celebrating on the first two because we get it on a weekend. Halloween is on a weekend this year, Friday, then Saturday. Probably not going to celebrate Sunday because that's doing a bit too much. But anyway, back to the point, talking about horror movies. The first one I want to talk about is actually horror stories. Now, you know I like horror anthology movies because you get so much in just one movie. This movie, I will say that my favorite one was actually the first one, and it's called Don't Answer the Door. It's about two kids home alone, and someone's at the door, and they're really scared. Someone gets into the apartment. It's really scary for them. But one thing I like, there's a twist, and it shows who this person is and why they've decided to come after the kids. You originally think it's supernatural, but it may not be quite that. So I really like how they did that little twist where they added more information in to tell the kid's story. I thought that was super interesting. And so that's Don't Answer the Door from the Horror Stories 1 anthology film. The next one is for all the K-pop fans out there. If you're a K-pop fan, I think you have to watch this movie if you like horror movies. It's called White. It's really old. It's done by CJ ENM. You know, they do a lot of things. But I saw White this year and, it's just telling the story of what happens behind the scenes in K-pop and how desperate some people get to make it because, it's really rough. It's really hard to get your name out there, but this shows with a more dramatic and horror infused element what that might be like. So if you're a K-pop fan, I think this is a must watch Korean movie for Halloween if you like horror, and I like it. I thought it was fun, so I'm gonna recommend that one to you guys. And this one is also an anthology movie. It's called Urban Myths. It has a bunch of different K-pop idols in it. I think the best one is the one with Shownu. It went viral on TikTok and all over social media a few years ago when it came out. And that one's called A Mannequin. It's really creepy. I really actually like that specific one. There's a few other ones on there, but the one that stands out most to me is the one with Shownu, A Mannequin. So I'm gonna recommend that one to you guys, especially if you're a K-pop fan or a K-music fan in general. So finally, I'm going to give you guys a bonus. This one actually isn't from Korea, it's from Japan, but I wanted to talk about it because it was one of the most bizarre but interesting movies that I saw this year. It's called Best Wishes to All. It's basically about a girl. She goes back to visit her family and they're just acting really weird. And the reason why I like this movie is actually because of the meaning behind it all. The meaning is basically that there's only a finite amount of happiness and joy in the world. And if you want to be happy and have joy, then you have to find a way to harvest it. And this movie is going to be showing you guys how someone would harvest and get joy when there's only a finite amount of it, and how people react to that and what they do in response to that. So I think you guys are going to like this movie if you're interested in that little back meaning. And that's all I have to say for this year as far as the movies go. I'm going to do another Halloween video just about K-hip hop, but if you're only here for horror movies, then that's fine too. I'll see you next time, and happy Halloween. See you next time. Bye.